Hello everyone, you are welcome to Psalmist the Analyst YouTube channel, and I want to start SQL tutorial series. And in this particular video, we are going to be starting off by importing the datasets that we shall use in the course of this series. So I welcome you to my channel. I welcome you to another video. And please, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. You share the video, you comment, challenges you face along the journey, you can always write it down in the comment section and I will try my best to respond to you. So in today's video, I will be showing you how to import datasets into the MySQL workbench. So just as you know, MySQL is a database management system with which you can use to analyze data using syntax. MySQL is a database like other database management systems such as Microsoft SQL Server, PostgreSQL, SQLite, and so on and so forth. So there are several of them, that are out there. So, but in this series, we are going to be making use of MySQL Workbench. And the data sets we are also going to be using is the Student Grading Dataset. This is a synthetic data set in the sense that it is not a real data set, all right? It has been fabricated or created artificially, all right? So let me show you the data sets in Excel. So here is the data set on the students' grades. Now you can find several columns and quite a whole lot of rows. So from student ID down to family income level. So this gives a comprehensive data about students and their performance in the class. And it also extends to their parents' educational level and how well they prepare, how they are stressed, and if they have internet access at home. So all of the factors, both environmental, personal, academic factors that contribute to their performance in the class. So before you import a data into MySQL, there are two things you would need to take note of. The first is that the data must be in .csv extension or .json extension. So don't import datasets into MySQL or any other SQL system using .xlxx or .xlx or any other one. So the only selected extensions you can use are .csv and .json. Then the second factor that you need to take note of when importing datasets into the database management system is that you must ensure that your data is cleaned. All right, you must ensure your data is clean. Now, what do I mean by that? That means there are no missing records, because missing records is going to produce an import error. So you're going to be seeing truncated on the import page. So you want to ensure that your data is free from empty records. So let's go forth and check out our data. And let's confirm that there are no missing records. So So there are several ways you can do that in Excel, but I'm going to take the shorter way. So I'm going to do Control A. It will highlight everything, and then I'll do Control period. It will take me through all the edges of the data to confirm that there are no missing records. Control and dots. And you see this is the row 5001. So basically there are 5,000 records in this data. Control and period, beautiful. So that means there are no missing records. All right, so you can also check it individually by the columns. You put your cursor this way and you double click, it will take you down. You bring it there and double click, it will take you up. Bring it here and double click, it will take you down, and then double click, it will take you up. So these are the ways you can use to confirm if there are missing records. So but assuredly there are none in this data set. So I want to go to the workbench, and in this case, if you check on the left hand side, you can find the databases that are there, and you can see that currently none is active. All right, so you can see LibraryDB, Circular, Samizi Analysis, and Word. So the first syntax is to choose the database to use. So we are going to use the LibraryDB. All right, so I'll click on Control and Enter. Beautiful. So you can see LibraryDB is now active by the enlargement of the text and also the how dark it has become. So now this LibraryDB is active. The next thing we want to do is to see the available tables in the database. All right, so we are going to write show tables. All right, so we have 4 tables in the database. 4 tables in the database: books, student grading data, 150 rows, student grading dataset, student grading dataset 2. So in this case, I want to bring in the data set, and to do that, I'll right click on the tables this way. If I right click, you'll find the option which says Table Data Import Wizard. You click on it. Now in this dialog box, it will ask you to select the file that you want to import. So just as I said earlier, the table data import allows you to import only CSV and JSON data file. So when we browse it, let's see. So this is the data set that we want to use. Open. Right, then we click on next. So in this select destination, there are 2 options here. You use existing option or you create new table. Now if I select use existing option, what I'm trying to say is I want the system to replace whatever table that is here, the existing table, with the new table. So in this instance, I can choose any table. Remember, there are 4 tables in my database. So I can select out of the 4 and go ahead to replace it. But in this case, I want to create a new table, right? And the database is LibraryDB. And then the dataset name. So this is the name of the dataset. So one thing you want to take note of is that if you have a simpler name for your dataset, you can write it down here, because this is what you are going to be using as the name of a dataset when writing the syntax in SQL. So you would want to make sure that the name is simple and something you can easily type out. So in this case, I'm going to use _2. So remember we had student grading dataset _2 here. So basically what I'm trying to say is I want to create a new table with student grading dataset _2. Now if I do that, what do you think would happen? I'm going to be having duplicate tables, right? Yes, I'm going to be having duplicate tables. So to prevent that, I'm going to click on this checkbox here. It says drop table if exists. So I'll check this, and as I've checked this now, the system is going to remove any table having student grading dataset 2 and replace it with this. Right, so let's go forth and click on next. So we asked to select a to configure the import settings. So in this case, the encoding is always UTF-8. Please leave it that way. Now there are here are the few types or the data types of the data in each column. So you can find several columns here along with their data type. So it is your responsibility to ensure that the data type is corresponding to the data in the columns. So you would want to, one thing I would want to advise is please leave it as you see it here. Alright, because MySQL is an intelligence management system, and it knows how well to place data. So in as much as sometimes you may check through the data type and you discover, oh, this data is not supposed to be represented by this data type, don't worry, you can always go back into the system to change it after you have imported, because if you change it here, you are going to have an error importing the file. Okay, you are going to experience error importing the file. So let's confirm. So we have this student ID, this is text. So beautiful. So you can see this X and then 1000. So you have both text and numbers together, but SQL places them as text. We are going to take it. First name text, that's correct. Last name text, that's correct. Email text, that's correct. Gender text, that is correct. Age integer, that is correct. Let's go down. Department is text, that is correct. And then we have attendance is double. So basically double is the data type that has to do with an integer with a decimal point. All right, so any integer that is having a decimal point in MySQL, it is temp double. All right, so that is the data type. It is always temp double. So attendance, midterm score, final score, assignment average, quizzes average, participation score, project score, total score, all of them are all double. So you can see them here. So this is attendance, midterm, final, assignment, quiz average, participant, project, total score. That is, they are all doubles. And let's see. So you have the grade, study hour. So grade is text, study hour is double. Extracurricular activity is text, internet access is text, stress level is int, yes. Sleep hour per night is double, yes. Parent education level is text, yes. Family income level is also text. So that means this data is complete and the data types are also correct. So I'll click on next. Then I'll also click on next. So the data set is being imported into MySQL. So you may want to check out the progress, and to do that you click on show logs, so you can see the data is being imported. So you have to wait until it finishes. So as you can see, the data has been imported. So I'll simply click on next, and then you can see 5,000 records. The imported Student Grading Dataset 2 was created. Click on finish. So basically that is all there is to importing data into MySQL. So I'll see you in my next video, where we begin to see how to use functions to analyze data in MySQL. So please, if you enjoyed this video, do well to subscribe, share, and comment in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.